Have you ever paid for a service, not been given that service, and you didn't get your money back? This is my university's going on strike and I don't get any of my money back. The idea of starting adult life in debt for the opportunity to have further education is already messed up. To then not provide that further education, and yet I'm still in that much debt, that stings. That stings. If you couldn't guess already, we're talking about the UK university strikes and why they're messed up, why we should get our money back, why it's a big mess, and that is what we're going to discuss. What are these strikes? So for all of you that don't know, there was a strike before Christmas and nothing came of it, so now we're on round 2 of the strikes. And the reasoning behind it is in relation to both the 2019 sector-wide pay settlement and proposed changes to the pension scheme of teachers. We agree. All students can coherently all yell at you, we agree with the reason you're striking. Done. How many does it affect? It affects now 74 universities across the UK. Previously it affected 60, and it doesn't affect all the students within the university, only those that have teachers or lecturers that are deciding to strike. So it's a tricky situation to figure out who should be given compensation, who shouldn't. A major issue with it is that it's not worldwide, unanimous, everyone at the university is striking. So how much money do you pay for university? Tuition fees for the year is 9,250 quid. Categorically I can tell you, further education, university, is not worth that money. That's just a full stop. The contact hours, the quality of teaching, the resources, everything at your disposal, the situation you're put in, it is not worth that. Currently, the students are asking for 860 quid back. Previously, if you're just thinking this is a bunch of students that are getting together and just clearly wanting their money back because they're students, they're a little bit annoyed and they want their money back. In 2018, when there were strikes again, students got paid compensation. So there's been situations where students are being reimbursed for the time that they have missed. The reason I'm so annoyed is because of the hypocrisy, the contradiction between the UK universities and individual universities. For example, the UK university spokesperson came out and said, let me read this to you. Missed teaching time is unsettling, and will try to ensure students do not miss out by providing replacement teaching and learning resources. It's unsettling, missed teaching time. No, what's unsettling is I am paying for it. That's unsettling. Because of university, I go into debt. Whew, relax. Second half of it, provided will be replacement teaching and learning resources. Actually, I'll have you know, my university has asked for an action short of strike, what means anyone who is still at university, who is working, has to follow their contract. In regards to that, that means, and this is the quote from their website, not covering absent colleagues, not rescheduling lectures. So I will not have further learning resources and I will not have replacement teaching. UK university spokesman, get in the fucking bin. So, complete contradiction there. Once again, the UK university spokesperson, financial compensation if reasonable alternative arrangements were not put in place. What is a reasonable alternative? According to this independent article that I read that interviewed an individual from the UK Students' Union, said that the least we can expect is pushing deadlines back. I guess. I don't know how that changes the fact that I'm gonna miss 3 weeks of lectures. That's 3 weeks of content I'm not being taught. And yes, they can push back the examinations, the deadlines. They can even shorten the amount of questions I'm given in coursework or exams because of the fact I'm not being taught that content. But those 3 weeks I'm still not getting my money back in that. So the content isn't being taught to me. I'm not having to answer questions on the content, but I'm still paying for that. That is ludicrous, and that is mental. So actually, you're not right. The least that they can do is give us compensation, because it's not like a benefit of them pushing back the timeline. That is just, you have to push it back because you haven't been there for 3 weeks. That is just called rescheduling. You have to reschedule. The least they can do is give us compensation. To conclude, this is our second round of strikes this academic year. Some people that are in their third year and are doing their masters, this is their third round of strikes. We need a more coherent response from everyone. Don't tell me that alternative teaching will happen. Don't tell me things will be rescheduled when my university is telling me they won't be. Don't tell me I can speak to someone when on an individual basis it will all be assessed. It's not individual, everyone's in the same boat. Everyone should be given their money back for this. Further education is meant to encourage bright young students who are engaging in society, who are coming up with new ideas. Imagine what would happen if you gave them that money back. Yeah, and the majority of them would do whatever they want, and damn straight, it's their money. But some might invest it, some might make something of it, some might do something with it, and they deserve to because it's their money. Listen, if you agree with what I'm saying, share this video about. Let's just get the attention going. It really needs to be amped up more, because it's already a joke that comparatively to Europe that we have to pay for further education, and the fact that even when I'm not receiving that, I'm still paying for it. I'm still paying the extortionate price of 9,250 quid a year. So let's share it about. Let's get some attention. My channel's not normally about this sort of thing. It's normally more comical and funny. So if you're into that, check it out. Not this sort of video normally, but I think it needs to be said, I think it needs to be shared, I think it needs to be brought to attention. Let's get this sorted. Get our money back. I could do shit with it. I could do things with this money. Get our money back.